Hey guys, it's Jake here again and welcome back to my channel. So if you don't know me, my name is Jake and I am a nurse here in the UK. And this channel is all about life and work as a nurse here in the United Kingdom. So for today's video, I just wanted to share to you my experience and some new information that I've gathered from what happened today. So this morning, we had a breakfast meet to celebrate the award received by our international recruitment team because of the pastoral care program that they have for the internationally recruited nurses. As part of the celebration, the deputy chief nurse for NHS England, Duncan Burton, came to the hospital in order to have a chat and listen to the experiences of the international nurses who are in the trust. So we had one international nurse who is very senior already, who came here around 1998. That's one of my favorite senior nurses, Sister Tess, who is now a dementia nurse specialist. We also had this very new nurse from Kenya who just arrived last year, and we also have another Filipino nurse who works in the community, Joby, who also arrived last year, and we had another nurse from India who is now in ITU. So basically, it was a very nice morning. It was a good sharing of previous experiences, and it was very funny. There was Victor who was comparing his experience, from being in Kenya and coming to the UK, and he was just surprised that with things like scanning your own food when you check out at the grocery, and he was like, in Kenya, if you have to use your card, you have to put in your PIN, but here you just tap it. And also, it was his first time to ride on a plane, so there were a lot of very nice and light-hearted, experiences that people shared. After all of the sharing, the deputy chief nurse, who is Duncan, shared a few information that I think is very nice to hear, and it's a very important thing that you should know. Okay, so if you're ready, so the first one is, he said that until 2024, NHS England is hoping to recruit up to 53,000 international nurses. So if you're one of those nurses who are looking to come to the UK, there are still a lot of opportunities, a lot of job offers out there. So do not lose your hope. If you somehow had any hiccups in terms of your English test or your paperwork, just keep on trying, solve the problem, and do not give up. Okay, it's all worth it once you're here. What this tells us is that the NHS is actively doing recruitments, so there will be a lot of job orders given to different agencies they are connected with, and these agencies who are in the other countries will be the one to recruit. So make sure you sign up to those agencies, make sure you get your CBT, OET or IELTS done. Okay, don't waste your time. Okay, you have until 2024 for the mass recruitment, but obviously don't worry, because even if it's after 2024, the recruitment will still continue, because there is a definite massive shortage of nurses here in the UK. Okay, news number 2. So there was a mention about the OET requirement for your NMC registration. So they are putting up the concern that there are actually a lot of competent and very experienced nurses abroad who are unable to come because of the OET and IELTS or the English test requirements. So they are putting up sort of a, I don't know if it's a motion to change something, but they are having these conversations with the NMC, and hopefully, there will be some changes, even if it's just to reduce by, the score by 0.5 for IELTS. That would make a very big difference, and a lot of people would then be able to come over to the UK. So let's face it, guys, your IELTS score or OET score doesn't really truly reflect how you're able to converse when you are in the ward and with your patient. You will be surprised as well that when you come to the UK, there will be patients who don't actually speak English. So in that aspect, there is a bit of unfairness. Like, I'm trying to get these very high scores for the English test, but when I come to the actual work in the UK, I don't really have to do a full, very, highfalutin conversation with these patients. We just use simple English so that they can understand. I'm not saying this is for all patients, but there are quite a few patients that have limited English. So hopefully in the future, there will be a few changes in terms of the English test requirements, and more of you will be able to come to the UK. So that's information number 2. Now, number 3, there is a movement that is starting actually to recognize experience from abroad. And that's one of the things that Duncan mentioned, and that they are trying to set a pioneering project whereby nurses trained from abroad, let's say Philippines or India, if they have 10 years experience in a specialty area, they do not have to be hired as a band 5 when they come. They may be able to apply straight as band 6, band 7, or even higher, depending on their experience. So that is a very exciting news. That means you don't have to wait years in order to level up once you come to the UK. Maybe in a few years, when they get the ball rolling, have the program started, if you're very senior already in your own country and you have loads of training and experience, then you can just come and become a charge nurse, or become a matron, or become the chief nurse even. So a lot of things are possible in the future. So this is to encourage you guys that do not give up, and keep doing your tests and whatever requirements that you need for you to come to the UK. Okay, news number 4 is with regards to community nursing. So there is a massive shortage of community nurses that was stressed by the deputy chief nurse earlier, and they're thinking of ways to recruit more nurses into the community. And part of their plan is to have a massive recruit of international nurses. So that is another opportunity for you guys. What I found out with those who are actually in community nursing here is that they didn't have a full proper idea of how it actually is to be a community nurse here in the UK. So I will be doing a video soon with one of those nurses. We will be doing a day in the life of a community nurse, so you can actually see the things that they do, how the routine is. Do they walk? Do they use a car? Do they take the bus? I will show you everything, guys. So make sure you keep an eye for that video in the future. Also, it's very interesting to hear that some recruitment agencies in the UK who are recruiting for community nurses have actually offered for driving lessons. So that's like a perk that makes people want to sign up. So driving lessons are very, very expensive here in the UK. You have to pay by the hour for the instructor and for using the car. So that's a very attractive benefit or perk in order to go to community nursing. So look out for any agencies that might be offering that. So that's a very good thing. You can save a lot of money with driving lessons. Okay, last but not the least, news number 5 is with regards to OSCE. So there have been feedbacks that we all know that there are already changes. There are things that were not included before but are now included in the NMC OSCE So make sure you know what they are. I might do a separate video on that as well, just to let you guys know. There's a talk as well that they might be challenging this, because I think there are some things that are a surprise to the nurses when they actually go to the OSCE. Like there are some things that are not mentioned in the NMC website or not mentioned in the review centers. So they want the NMC to be more open about, what topics, even if it's not specifically, what the test is, but more of what topic might be included, so that the nurses can prepare. Just to be fair, because after all that hard work, and then you're already here in the UK, and for you to fail the OSCE just because there's one topic that you really didn't know would come out, it would be very sad, disappointing, and that would be very hurtful to you as well. So they're putting up a conversation for that, to make the OSCE preparation easier and more accurate in terms of what topics might be included in the actual test. So those are the 5 new information that I wanted to share to you guys. So these are very exciting news. This just means that the recruitment hasn't stopped. There are still a lot of opportunities, and main theme is don't give up. If you really want to come to the UK, then do your NMC online application. Work hard in order to finish them, review for your CBT, do your English language exam. In terms of financially and in terms of benefits for you and for your family, it is definitely worth it to come to the UK. So that's it for now, guys. I hope I've shared something that is helpful to you and something that has uplifted your spirits and your hopes today. If you think this video was helpful, then please don't forget to give me a like. And if you want more information like this or other informational videos about life in the UK and about nursing practice in the UK, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. So until next time, I hope to see you guys. Bye!